Notts County Talk match reaction after it's finished. Stockport 2, Notts 1. A really weird game actually. Notts were the better team for the full 90 minutes, bar two really poor moments in the game that cost us 3 points. I'm not even going to say we deserved a draw in that game. I actually think we deserved a win. And that's not being reactionary to us losing there. I genuinely think we deserved the win. We started the game really well in the opening few minutes. Opening 5 minutes, in fact, we were really good. And then we just switch off from a corner and Carl Walton puts it in the back of the net. Nothing Stone could do about it, but it was very, very poor from us defensively there. And then for the rest of that half, with a better team, some great link up between Crowley and Aaron Deman again. And I just think to myself, we need a goal before half time. We don't end up getting that goal. And second half, I thought, this is where Stockport could really hurt us, and actually they didn't. That they made a change at half time, tried to mix it up a bit, but we were still the better side. We were battering them for most of the game. Didn't necessarily get shots on target. Um, Put some dangerous crosses in, got in dangerous positions, and forced the league leaders pretty much to sit 9 players behind the ball for a majority of that game and definitely most of that second half. So overall, in that respect, it's a very, very pleasing performance. And obviously, an error from Toby, which I don't think I've seen an error from Toby yet in a not shirt. But it is always one of the defenders, isn't it? Tries to keep the ball in. I don't know why he's trying to keep the ball in because it looked as though it was going out for a not throw anyway. He slips and it's a penalty for them, which yeah, they had Jaden Richardson up front and he wins a penalty. It's laughable, isn't it? Last time we saw Jaden Richardson at Stockport, he missed an open goal, 2 open goals for us. But yeah, that's the tactic they went for, and it did kind of pay off, and they got the penalty. Paddy Madden scored. And then McGoldrick with a really good finish and a twist and a turn inside the box to make it an interesting end. Well, to try and make it an interesting end, but it sort of petered out. They kept the ball in the corner, played for fouls, played for set pieces, and the game ended 2-1. What I would say is that was 1,000 times better than what we saw against Harrogate from every player on the pitch. I know there's defensive errors in there. Would you say the first goal was necessarily an error from our defenders? I don't know because I don't know who was supposed to be marking Carl Wootton in that situation. The second one certainly is. But take the two errors out, on the whole, we defended a lot better. We restricted them to very, very little. I mean, no disrespect to them. Obviously, they're top of the league, so I can't really be disrespectful to them. But I can see why the only side they beat recently is Sutton. I mean, Sutton are a very, very different side to when we played them, and they're very poor. Um, but they didn't really offer that much. That much. I think Aidan Baldwin had a really good game. If I'm being honest, he dealt with the threat of Carl Wotton, who's a fantastic striker in League Two level. We've seen that while he's been at Stockport. Um, I thought he dealt with him really, really well. And I thought, the way we attacked with Cameron and Brindley, I thought it was really, really encouraging. I might not be being, I might be being too positive here, but I want to try and compare it to what we've seen recently, and it was so much better. I think seeing Carl Cameron back in from Saturday, I think you realise that he's a really important player for us. The way he sets up attacks, the way he gets forward, it's something we didn't have on Saturday at all. The movement from all of our players was much improved. I think, and what it does show is that we could have gone there and rolled over. We could completely have rolled over and just let Stockport put 3 or 4 passes, but we didn't. We let the goal in from a whole team error, and we still um, we just went straight back to how we were playing. We deserve so much more from that game. I say a draw. I do think we deserve to actually win the game, but that's what teams will do. Teams like Stockport will have those off days, a few off weeks, and they will grind out wins, and that's something that we will learn as we're in this division. Um, but it's given me a lot of confidence going into 3 big games. Doncaster at home, which is important. Morecambe at home, and then Tranmere away, who aren't the best side as we've seen this season already. In our game, we beat them 2-1, but we should have been comfortably better than that scoreline. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty positive. It will click. Luke Williams, obviously the right man. I said on the podcast on Thursday, I think that everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I think there's truth in everyone's opinion, apart from those that want Luke Williams out. I mean, he's got us up for that game. The players, I think, deserve more from that. Jody Jones, superb. Maka playing a little bit of a deeper role, touched the ball more times than I've seen him touch it in the last 3 games. I think it works very, very well. Him deeper. Aaron the man seems to be back on form. Crowley, especially first half, was really, really good. Bostock playing that 90 minutes. What it does show is only bringing Toby and I think Dan Gosling on. We don't have depth at the minute, so get us to January. If we can pick up 4 points from our games before the first, well, take 1st January in there, 7 points. We're right back in there. It's disappointing, but we'll see how the rest of the games go this weekend. I know there was some top sides playing each other. Crew played Wimbledon today, and it was 2-1 to Wimbledon last I saw. But I'm encouraged by that, and I'm feeling upbeat. And we go to Boxing Day, and it's not a massive turnaround now. What is it? 4 days. We go again. We need to rest up because we don't have a massive amount of fit players. But we've got to go to that game against Doncaster and try and get the win. So let me know what you thought. Credit to fans that travelled. Christmas time, 900 of you, made a lot of noise. And yeah, let's keep behind the boys, especially as we go into January.